Hey, what up, y'all? We're gonna start reading on Genesis 21. Was watching the game a little bit, but I'm gonna do this real quick so I can get another couple chapters in. But before I do, I want to show y'all my shirt. Look at that. Where tomorrow when I go watch the 49ers whoop the Cowboys. Trent Williams. Let's go. Okay. Well, let's begin reading. Chapter 21, verse 1. Let's go. Okay. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, and at the time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the Lord and Abraham called the name of the son that was born unto him, whom Sarah conceived, who Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God hath made me laugh. God hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. Verse 7, and she said, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? That Sarah should have given children suck, for I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw his son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she said, born unto Abraham, mocking. Verse 10, she said unto Abraham, Cast out the bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not hear with my son, even with Isaac. Okay, verse 11. And let me put this light a little bit more down, so you can see a little bit. Okay. Well, no, it's kind of okay. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, in all that Sarah hath seen unto thee. Hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on his shoulder, and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. Verse 15, and the water was spent. Come on. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs, and she sent and sat down over against him a good way off, as there was a bell shot, for she said, Let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him and lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad, and the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thy hand, for I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad to drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew up and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife of the land of Egypt. Alright, 22. And it came to pass at that time that Amalek and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is it with thee in all thou doest? Now therefore swear unto me here by God that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and the land wherein thou hast sojourned. And Abraham said, I swear. And Abraham reproved Amalek because of a well of water which Amalek's servants had violently taken away. And Amalek said, I wot not who hath done this thing, neither this that. Tell me, neither yet heard I of it but today. 27. And Abraham took sheep and oxen. Wait, where am I? And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them unto Amalek, and both of them made a covenant. 28. And Abraham sent 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Amalek said unto Abraham, what means these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast sent by themselves? And he said, for these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, and maybe a witness unto me that I have did this well. Okay. Verse 30. Wait, yeah, is it 30 or 31? I think 31. I'll read 39 again. And Amalek said unto Abraham, which mean these ewe lambs which thou hast sent by themselves? And he said, for these ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, and they may be a witness unto me that I did this well. Wherefore he called this place Beersheba, because they swear both of them. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba, that Amalek rose up, and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, has returned into the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba, and called there a name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days. Okay, y'all. Oh yeah, I like this better, y'all. Doing it from here, because there's no ads. That's so much better. Thought that was annoying. I gotta turn the notifications off on here, those I'll keep getting notifications. But I'll do that next time. Make sure to turn the notifications off. But or next time it pops up, I'll do it. Okay. Chapter 22, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that God did. Let me move this over here. I can count. I'll come to it right there. Okay, chapter 22, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham, and he said unto him, Abraham, and he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I tell thee of. And Abraham rose early in the morning, and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood of the burnt offering, and rose up, and went unto the place of which God hath told him. Then on the 3rd day Abraham lifted his eyes, and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young men, Abide ye with the ass, and Abide he with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. No, why is that doing that? Whoa! No, what do I do? What did I do? Go back. Didn't mean to do that, y'all. Okay. Well, where was I? I don't remember where I was. And Abraham stretched out his hand and wait. I forgot where I was now. That confused me. No, where I was. Oh, I'm gonna start back from verse 1. I don't know why they highlighted that. And it came to pass after these things, God did tame Abraham and said unto Abraham, as he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get him in the land of Moriah, and offer him there a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I tell thee. And Abraham rose up in the morning and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood of the burnt offering, and rose up and went to the place which God had told him. Then on the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw this place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young men, abide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship you, and come again for you. Verse 6, And Abraham took the wood and the burnt offering, and laid it upon Isaac his son, and he took the fire in his hand and knife, and they sat both of them together. And Isaac spake unto Abraham his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold, the fire is on the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? Abraham said, My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both of them together. And they came to the place which God had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched out his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of God called unto him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him, for now I know thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, from me. Verse 13, And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold him, a ram caught by the thickest horns. And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place Jehovah Jireh, as he said to this day, the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. Verse 15, And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham and out of heaven the 2nd time, and said, By myself I have sworn, saith the Lord, because thou hast done this, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, this blessing I will bless thee, and in multiply I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. Verse 18, And in thy seed shall the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. And Abraham returned unto the young man, and rose up and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things, that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Micah, she hath also borne children unto brother Nahor, Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Chemo his father of Abram, and Chest, and Hazel, and Phildash, and Jidlaph, and Bethel. And Bethel begat Rebekah. These 8 Micah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother, and the concubine whose name was Reba. She bore also Teba and Gaham and Tahash and Makkah. Chapter 23. Okay, verse 1. And Sarah was 170 and 20 years old. There were the years, these were the years of the life of Sarah. And Sarah died in Kirjab. Yeah, that phone's going off, dude. You know that. And Sarah died in Kirjharba, the same is Hebron, the land of Canaan, and Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. Verse 3. And Abraham stood up before his dead and spake unto the sons of Heth, saying, I am a stranger and a sojourner for you. Give me a possession of burying place with you, and I may bury my dead out of my sight. And the children of Heth and Abraham saying unto him, Hear us, my Lord, thou art a mighty prince among us. In the choice of our sepulchres bury thy dead. None of us shall withhold from thee this sepulchre, but thou may bury thy dead. Verse 7. And Abraham stood up and bowed himself for the people of the land, even unto the children of Hesh. I don't know why he's doing that. And communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat me from Ephron the son of Zohar. Verse 9. Then he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which is in the end of the field, for as much money as it is worth. He shall give it to me for a possession, for a burying place among you. And Ephron dwelt among the children of Heth, and Ephron and Heti answered Abraham in the audience of the children of Heth, even of all that went in at the gate of the city, saying, Nay, Lord, hear me. The field give I thee, and the cave that is therein I give it thee, in the presence of the sons of my people, and give it thee, bury thy dead. And Abraham bowed down himself before the people of the land. And he spake unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, saying, But thou wilt give it, I pray thee, hear me. I give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dead there. And Ephron answered Abraham, saying unto thee, My Lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me and thee? Bury therefore thy dead. Verse 16. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron, and Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver which he had named in the audience of the sons Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant. Verse 17. And the field of Ephron, which was Machpelah, which was before Mamre, the field, and the cave which was therein, and all these trees that were in the field, that were all the borders round about, were made sure. And Abraham for a possession in the presence of the children of Heth. Therefore, all that went in the gate of the city. Verse 19. After this, Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which before Mamre, the same is Hebron, in the land of Canaan, and the field and the cave that is therein, where he made sure unto Abraham for possession of a burying place for the sons of Heth. I think we're gonna stop there, y'all. I'll try to do maybe another little reading tonight, if not tomorrow morning. I'm gonna stop there for now. Alright. Have a good night. God bless. And maybe see you guys later or tomorrow. Do another Bible reading. We're about halfway done with Genesis. 50 chapters. We're at 24. Let's keep going. Continuing where we left off. Chapter 24 in the next episode. Let's go. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, promise, not pride.